So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again, and I am feeling great. The Premier League season is back. The ulcer on the side of my tongue is a third of the size it was last night, so that's good. We are numbing it with a nice Hollandaise cerveza. Cheers, guys. And I am back on here, 7:30 UK time, there or thereabouts, for a watch-along for the opening Premier League game of the season. Obviously, Man City champions, treble winners, trying to do 4 in a row. And they start their campaign away to Burnley. So I'll be doing a watch-along for that. Make sure you stick a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you are subscribed. I want to push this up to 19K before that watch-along. So come on, 250 to go. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's not too bad. I can't lie. The figures have gone through the roof, if I'm honest, since the summer started. So very good. Comment and super chats down below. And yeah, let's talk about the hijack. Liverpool hijacking Caicedo deal last night. Breaking news from Fabrizio at like 1:30 in the morning. And kind of mad because I was like, oh, hang on a minute, 110 million quid. Record fee. Where did Liverpool get this money from? And yeah, all of a sudden, we're like, okay, looks like he's going to be going to Liverpool then. But in a new turn of events, Caicedo's told him, I don't want to play for you. I've changed my mind and I want to go to Chelsea. So now Chelsea and Brighton are kind of in loggerheads trying to get a fee sorted. And this is what I don't understand. Why didn't Chelsea just bid last night? Why didn't they just go, cool? You can you put your bid on the table as well. Brighton could have said, right, and Brighton already did say this. It'll go to the highest bidder. Liverpool knew roughly what Chelsea had bid last time. Bang, 110. Let's blow them out the water. Why didn't Chelsea just bid exactly the same? Why didn't they just say, yo, he wants to join us. He's agreed personal terms since May. So why didn't they just put the money on the table there and then? Maybe they thought Liverpool would come back in. I don't know. But I do think he's now going to end up at Chelsea, which is kind of crazy. This transfer has been mad as well because back in January, obviously my club were looking at him. We kept good relations with Brighton, which is kind of funny. That is still killing me, by the way. It's just nowhere near as bad as yesterday. And I've got a show with Rants to do later, and a show with Henry on the main channel, and then obviously a watch along. So yeah, this is going to be fun, isn't it? I might have to do sign language all the way through them. But anyway, we kept good relations with Brighton, which is ironic and funny because we then never went and bid for him in the summer, which made no sense to me. Obviously, we wanted Declan Rice. We ended up with Declan Rice. And listen, I'm not disappointed that we signed Declan Rice. I'm extremely happy with that signing. I think he's a top player. However, I do think Caicedo is better. And Caicedo is who I wanted. In fact, I wanted them both because I'm greedy. But I do think Chelsea are going to get themselves a top player, top player. You know, I've seen a lot of people online saying, "Oh, he's a mercenary. He's this." Let's just not forget it. He comes from Ecuador. It's not exactly the most cash-rich country. Like, not exactly many opportunities. I know this. There's lots of Ecuadorians that work here, in the restaurants and the bars. You know, and they all strive to go and make money for their families that are still back home. So listen, history, tradition, the manager at Liverpool don't mean nothing to some people. Because at the end of the day, this guy's trying to secure his future, secure his family, yeah, and his future family. So I don't really sit here and buy into this notion that, oh, yeah, he's only gone for the money and he's a snake. Well, yeah, he has only gone for the money. He's not really a snake, is he? He's trying to feed his family for the rest of time. Good luck to the fella. And at the end of the day, Brighton have absolutely maximised the most they can out of this deal because he ain't worth that money. He ain't worth 110 million quid. Yeah, Declan Rice ain't worth 105 either. The shows are going to be funny today if I keep numbing it with beer, isn't it? I'll be sloshed before we even get on a watch along. But anyway, he ain't worth that money. I don't think there's many players that are worth their fee or their wages. There's not many. But listen, after having signed him for 2.7 million quid. They have made an absolute fortune off of the back of that deal. And it's now whether Brighton are serious to go and reinvest that. I know they spent about 70 million quid this summer, but if you actually look how much money they've made in the last 2 seasons in the summer windows, it's over 300 million in terms of sales. Yeah, and then this summer they spent, 71 million so far, I think. And I think last summer they did 40. I think it was 40. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me in the chat. So they've still got 200 million quid to play with. That's how I look at it. When this deal goes through, they'll have 200 million quid in the kitty. So for me, that's why I get the ump with teams like Brighton. You're buying all these players cheap and you send them on for big fees, which is great. But now go and put the big fees back into better players. And they won't. They'll go and find another cheap and cheerful one and do it all over again. Until eventually you end up like Southampton. You can't keep finding these gems. And eventually you end up relegated. So listen, we'll see if Brighton do actually reinvest all of that. But for now, it's Liverpool fans in the mud. They've been they hijacked Chelsea's deal, and now Chelsea are hijacking the hijack. It is actually insane. Football's mad. I can't lie. But do you know what I thought? Yeah, because I see Fabrizio putting these posts out. I keep getting sent them. Like people send me in them group chats and stuff like that. And when he said Liverpool will definitely bid, I was like, well, they've already made a bid then. They've already made the bid. And these people, these journos online and stuff like that, they're like a day behind. Yeah, or 4 or 5 hours behind. But they're not. They know the information, but they're stretching it out, making it all dramatic. Oh, my God. We had Chelsea probably already signed him. Wouldn't surprise me if he's dead. That is at Chelsea already. He was in London. I know Liverpool got an office in London. Yeah, most football teams in the Premier League have. In fact, a lot of them around the world have. But wouldn't surprise me if he's already done a medical at Chelsea and he's a Chelsea player. It's just not been put out by the biggest or the most known journalists online, the David Ornsteins and the Fabrizios. Like, this happens all the time. It was the same with who's the goalkeeper? Anana. Same with Anana. He said goodbye to all of his friends at Milan and blah, blah, blah. But Man United had the second bid rejected that day. Yeah. And he's put, the deal will be secured next week. Well, how do you know this? How do you know it will be secured? Because if another team came in and bid more money, then he might want to go there. Let's say Real Madrid came in, bid around the same sort of dough, offered him the same sort of dough. Man United or Real Madrid, would he probably end up at Madrid? So how do you know the deal would be secured unless the deal was secured? Yeah, but it has to dribs and drabs, build it up, hype everybody up online, and get all the interactions, make the club look amazing. Oh my God, Chelsea have hijacked the hijack. Yeah, Liverpool are hijacking it. Make it all so dramatic that it's, oh my God, the biggest transfer saga of the summer. Yeah, same with the Harry Kane one. Like, Harry Kane is apparently still sat at an airport waiting for the green light to go to Bayern Munich. I guarantee he's in Germany. Guarantee he's already done his medical. Yeah, he's probably not registered to play the game tomorrow, the final they're in tomorrow, so he ain't going to win a trophy tomorrow. But again, Daniel Levy, after they've agreed terms and everything, Daniel Levy's now, oh my God, Daniel Levy has now wanted to change some of the terms of the contract. And Harry Kane sat at the airport without having the green light to fly to Germany. Like, that may be true, but we don't know, do we? It's just one person's word on the internet. And that's how I deep it now. Like, so I'm not dissing Fabrizio at all. I've had him on my other channel. Yeah, I was the first Arsenal content creator to get him on. Genuinely sound guy. Really respectful with me. But it's one person on the internet with lots of followers. So how do we know that that is actually true? How do we know that Harry Kane's not in Germany already? And by putting that out there, nobody's going to be running around Bayern Munich's training ground or outside the training ground looking for Harry Kane, are they? It's just a normal day at Bayern. So, yeah, it's all a bit cloak and dagger, some of this stuff. And it's all a bit longing it out. Try and play the game. Try and build up as much drama around the fee or the player or the clubs or the multiple clubs. So, I don't know. Listen, I think he's going to Chelsea. I think it's all but done. Yeah, they will find an arrangement, an agreement with Brighton. Liverpool are now in the mud, but they're in the mud for another reason, not just because they ain't got him. But now, if they want Lavia, well, they've just shown their hand that they've got 110 million quid to spend, didn't they? Any player they go and buy now, they're going to overpay for big time. So, excuse me, it's killing me. And I've only done 10 minutes. Jesus Christ, I've got about 4 hours graft to do today. But anyway, we plough on regardless. We have to give the people what they want. And yeah, Liverpool kind of snookered themselves here, because if they go in for any midfielder now, everyone knows they've got 110 million quid. Yeah, I understand why they went in for Caicedo, but to go in when he's and ahhing, do I want to come? Do I not want to come? You have to get solid foundation put on the table by that player to say, yeah, I will sign for you. And what they should have done, in my opinion, maybe they did try this. Should have said, right, come up to the medical tonight. Yeah, we'll fly you up right now. Next flight out of London City or wherever it may be, wherever you could get a private jet from. Yeah, we'll fly you straight to Liverpool. We'll pick you up, and you're doing a medical at 3 a.m. Yeah, that way, boom, bish bash boss, get him in, sign him. Once he's there, once he sees the training ground, you know, all of a sudden, it's very hard to back out, isn't it? Instead, you let him stay in London for the evening, for the night. Now he's woken up and said, "Nah, actually, I want to go to Chelsea. Yeah, my preference is Chelsea." So, listen, maybe they did try that. Maybe he still didn't want to give 100% assurance. Maybe he was being coerced into that. Yeah, I'm thinking, well, then maybe Chelsea are on the phone to his agent saying, "Look, we're still going to try for him. Don't let him sign yet. Yeah, we want him to come here." So I don't know. Listen, there's loads of things. We'll probably never know what happens, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's already at Chelsea and done a medical, or at some hotel somewhere, and the medical team have turned up at the hotel. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, there's loads of stuff that happens in football we don't know about. But one thing I do know is it has been a lot of drama and a lot of hype and a lot of is he going to Liverpool? Isn't he going? Is he going to Chelsea? Are Chelsea going to pay? Then what I thought was really weird was the fact that Brighton, and I know it was on the eve of the season starting, which is today, obviously, right? But I thought it was extremely weird that now suddenly out of nowhere, Brighton now want to get it resolved and they want it done by tonight. I don't believe that 1 minute. I don't believe it 1 minute. I think that they couldn't care less when it's done, as long as they get the money in. Yeah, but it sounds good. It sounds dramatic. It sounds, oh my God. Yeah, and then all of a sudden Liverpool have bid. Well, Liverpool probably bid 2 days ago. Like, we don't know, do we? It's just one person on the internet telling us. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's exciting for us, the fans, but I do take a lot of this crap with a pinch of salt, because we know that they're days behind some of these people. Yeah, we know that they're hours behind. I remember doing a show with Chig, RIP to Chig. But when Tierney had already passed his medical, Sky Sports hadn't even reported we'd put a fee in for him, a bid in for him. Yeah, and I sat there and I actually got the information on my phone. I got a text from somebody, and they said to me, Tierney's at Sopwell House Hotel. He's passed his medical. 4 hours later, breaking news on Sky Sports, Kieran Tierney's en route for a medical. No, he weren't. He was sat in Sopwell House in the hotel. Right, it's done. Job done. So they're always hours behind, or not always, but a lot of the times they're hours behind, or days behind, or misinformation. It's kind of peak, I can't lie. But listen, all have a blessed day. I will be back on here at 8:30 my time, so 7:30 UK time. So what's that, 5 hours from now? I will be live with Henry Wright just before that, an hour before that. And an hour before that, at 5:30 UK time, so 3 hours from now as I'm recording this, I'm on with Rants on his channel, straight after with Henry on my channel, and straight on here for the watch along. So plenty more content to come. Let me know your thoughts and feelings and all of that. Caicedo, are you an angry Liverpool fan? Are you an upset Liverpool fan? Dejected? Are you a happy Chelsea fan? And listen, as I record this might have all changed. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? And Harry Kane Day in Bayern hasn't quite happened yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens by the end of the evening. But listen, all have a blessed day. And we're out of here. Ciao.